Let's talk about some Love After Lockup updates. First, starting off with Angela. She revealed that she is back to selling her list of iconic rules for $10 a pop. She's had so many people requesting the list of rules. Back in the day, she used to sell them, and then she quit selling them for a while. She said she never dreamed that this crazy list of rules would be so iconic when we filmed that scene on Love After Lockup. So they're back by fan request for $10 a piece. You can get your own piece of paper with the rules written out. She said it does not include the magnet, but you can go to the store and get one of those little clipper magnets like she did to hang it from your fridge. And Red is out here accusing Joynomi's son of possibly being his cousins. He posted this picture of his cousin side by side with Joynomi's son, and he said, "Joynomi, one more question. Why does Sway look so much like my cousin's lame ass? He was living in Texas for a little minute too." And he tagged Love After Lockup, he tagged me, he tagged WeTB, and he actually even called me after he posted this. I think he had more to say about this, but I forgot to call him back. Next, let's talk about Michael. So about a week ago, he had revealed on social media that him and his wife were no longer together, and his wife has been posting a lot of really sad, depressing quotes. She said a relationship cannot be repaired without both people dropping their judgments of each other and taking total responsibility for their part in the breakdown of their connection. And she said that somebody needs to send this to Michael, and she said it's hilarious that nowadays it's easier for someone to bail and start fresh with someone new rather than putting in the effort to fix their marriage. This is what's wrong with the world today, and we have social media to thank for it. We're okay though, we have each other, so we'll get through this one day at a time. And I was thinking that because they got married and we're so fast and headstrong about everything, and then suddenly it seems like they had one fight and it's over with. They could have been fighting more behind the scenes. We don't know. Michael's wife has been posting being grateful for her best friend because she brought her this bouquet of flowers and this card after her and Michael ended up splitting up. She said, "This week has not been an easy one for me or my kiddos." And then she shared this quote saying, "God is preparing someone who will stay consistent. You're tired of hot and cold behavior. He's bringing steady love into your life." And Michael shared that somehow somebody hacked his account or got his login information and was messing with his Facebook, and he was saying, "I've had someone getting access for a few weeks now on my Messenger and Instagram, and I'm only able to use the browser on my tablet," shaking my head. And then he shared a photo the next day sharing that he finally got everything figured out, and he's now able to get back in his Facebook, and he's really happy because that's the main way he communicates with everybody. Next, we have Puppy, and she is back in jail once again for the 1000th time at this point. She's rocking a new scar in between her eyebrows at the top of her nose, as you can see. I don't ever remember seeing her have this scar any time in the past when we saw her on the show, but she was arrested for a probation violation. For these probation terms that she ended up breaking, and she was arrested on March 23rd, and she's still in custody in Georgia at this time. I guess Starcasm just heard about it the other day, and I heard about it from Starcasm, so even though this happened 3 weeks ago, it's news to me. And then Addie, I shared in my last video, I think I talked about this in my last video, if not I talked about this on Instagram and Facebook, but Addie had been going through it because her dog went missing, and this is the same dog that she shared with Deontay, and she took this dog to South Carolina and moved with this dog and her son, and the dog suddenly went missing, and it was a roller coaster she was going through. All of a sudden she said that she lost the dog, and then she said that she ended up finding out that the dog had been found and the dog was dead. So she's like, "Guys, we're gonna have a celebration of life for the dog." And the next thing you know, the next day she's like, "Oh guys, just kidding, Chanel's actually not dead. The vet got her mixed up with another dog, and she's actually about to get surgery, and we're going to pick her up on Monday." And Addie ended up commenting under one of my posts on Facebook providing further clarification, and she said apparently Chanel got out, and she didn't specify how she got hurt, but I'm going to assume she likely got hit by a car because she ended up losing several toes. And I guess this kind soul ended up seeing Chanel injured, and she decided to take the dog inside. I don't know if it was a he or she, but they took the dog inside, and somehow Addie was able to eventually get in communication with her, and that's when Addie got her and took her straight to the vet. Addie said Chanel Rose is home. She has a long road to recovery. She's doing very well, but she has a cone on her head and she's all bandaged up. She lost 2 of her toes, but thankfully she didn't lose her life. She's comfortable in bed. She has her favorite toy, her favorite blankie, and I can only give thanks to God for bringing her back to me. And she just talks about how special she is to her and how she'll be on 24-hour care for the next week. And she thanks everyone who helped with the search and thanks the police who dedicated their time to her this week. And I mean, she got lucky. Shout out to the police, because usually police, from what I heard, usually aren't very helpful when it comes to things like that. Next, let's talk about Joynomi. I should have added this part earlier when we were talking about Red, but it is what it is. But Joynomi shared some fantastic news. She has lost over 100 pounds since she was on the show. And I feel like with some of these cast members, it's hard to tell their weight loss just because the angles they use. Like, you know, like I want to... Like a lot of times, like what Joynomi did here, she's wearing the same shirt side by side so you can get a better comparison. It's a little hard with her face being covered by the phone in the second picture to tell like the face, but you can definitely tell that she's lost a drastic amount of weight, so good for her. And Monique, she ended up posting on her Facebook and she said, "I'm so tired of this bitch. Y'all want a story time or should I go live?" And I was like, girl, you need to do yourself a little story time in case people miss the lives. That way they can actually see what is going on. I hate when cast members decide that they're going to spill the tea on live, especially when they do it on TikTok live, because I never get notifications when people go live 99% of the damn time on TikTok, so I end up missing it, and then I can't go back and watch it if I don't actually watch it in real time and screen record it, and it's just frustrating, and you have to just like either hear from other people or see clips from other people and or hear people tell you and trust their word for it. So she posted, "A baby daddy could never come back to me after he did a show with a bitch." And I was like, oh, do you all think she's talking about Titus? And somebody in the comments was trying to get smart with me, like, girl, she's talking about her baby daddy, Reed. But Monique even slid in the comments and said, no, girl, I'm talking about Titus. So she said, "A baby daddy could never come back to me after he did a show with a bitch, especially if it didn't bring money to the household or benefited me in any way. People can say what they want, like a man be using me. I can never be used. I've had the luxury of not working a 9 to 5 for the past 3 years and getting paid for doing what I love, which is doing my hair online. I'm really winning in life, and because the men who thought they were getting off, where are they at now? Okay, F, you know." And the word that goes after that, I'm not going to say. But yeah, so she is talking about Titus. She confirmed it. And I'm just getting so confused with these two, because just in my last video, she's commenting, telling him he looks good, and now she's ready to do a story time and expose it all. I'm still waiting on that story time. Hopefully she does that. We can react to it in my next video. But yeah, she ended up posting that status after she was teasing the story time, so now I'm wondering if she's not going to do the story time and kind of just got it all out in that post. And do you guys know who Norman Freeman is? He is a comedian. Oh my gosh, he's hilarious. I have been following him on YouTube. Someone commented about the tattoo on Bonita's left arm and said it looks like Norman Freeman. And even Norman Freeman posted this on his own profile. But you know what? It actually really does. But I mean, whoever tattooed that tattoo on her arm honestly needs to be fired. Then last but not least, we got Dylan. And 911 is sick of his shit. He called 911 and the operator was going off on him because he was refusing to answer any of her questions. He said that he was reporting a robbery. What I'm assuming is he went live and we reacted to that live he posted on Facebook with him and Marissa, where he was claiming some girl just stole his car, and he kept saying, "I need to call 911, Marissa, I need your phone." I can't call 911, even though he was live from a phone, and he even showed that he had another phone. He could have called 911 from either one of those phones, and I think he probably waited days before he decided to finally report it, and he thought, I think he could just call and report it without having to give any details. But from the sounds of it, it sounds like he was like, yeah, my car got stolen, and then when she wanted, like, details, like, okay, are they there now? When did this happen? Do you know who it was? He wouldn't answer any of the questions. I'm assuming he likely did that because he doesn't want to snitch. But it's like, damn, dude, if you want them to find your car, you got to give them a starting point.
Are you being detained? Are you being injured? There's a difference. I need to know what's going on. You're able to talk to me, so you're able to answer my questions. What does the suspect look like? How many people do you see? You're on the 12th floor of a building.
Yeah.
Are they in your apartment?
Okay.
Are you being detained? Are you being injured?
Dylan said, so if you call to report a robbery, the 911 operator is going to talk to you like that? This was the second time I called, and it was the same thing for about 5 minutes. The first time with it ending in her not sending any assistance. Well, you got to be able to answer her questions. If you're going to call 911, you got to be ready to answer questions and talk. On top of that, I tried to call number 1 to report my vehicle stolen, and I was unable to receive any type of assistance. This is something I've been dealing with for quite a while. Is there a suggestion how to verify the legitimacy of the 911 operator? But that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below, and thank you guys so much for watching.